Hi guys, welcome to Pilates for Thunder Thighs. This is the session for Pilates instructors or Pilates enthusiasts who want to really improve their own technique or to help others with theirs. Thank you so much for joining this session. And if you want to contact me, my email address is louise@taubepilates.com. I'm really excited about this session. I'll give you a class and some tips and tricks, and we'll work on your thighs. Mainly, we're actually going to work on the Cadillac today with the leg springs, and if we have time, a little bit on the push-through bar and also with the trapeze. So I used to get teased at school about my thunder thighs, especially in dance class, and my dance teacher was particularly cruel about the shape of my thighs, so I was scarred for life. Anyway, I would love to have thighs like Wonder Woman. She's got the most amazing thighs. I don't know if you guys have seen Wonder Woman, but I just loved watching her body. She was so toned, how she moved. She was absolutely amazing. And her thighs were really, really strong and really powerful. So it's kind of like, that idea of having really strong thighs and not necessarily having that really kind of like skinny thigh look. Anyway, hopefully this session will help me to get those strong Wonder Woman thighs, and it will help you along too. So the muscles that we're focusing on, we will be focusing on the hamstrings. So the semitendinosus, semimembranosus, biceps femoris, the adductors, so the adductor longus, adductor magnus, adductor brevis, gracilis, and the pectineus. Also the quadriceps, so we'll be working the vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, vastus intermedius, and the rectus femoris. And we'll also, what else are we working on? Quads, adductors, hamstrings, glute medius, minimus, gluteus maximus. And we are actually going to work a little bit on the rotators of the hip as well. So we'll be looking at the obturator internus and externus, the gemelli inferior and superior, also the quadratus femoris and the piriformis as well. So those deep muscles in underneath those glutes. Anyway, let's start. So first of all, we're going to start with a little bit of the single leg circle on the Cadillac. So we'll grab, hopefully I've got enough springs here. We'll grab your leg spring. These are fuzzies made by my mum. So yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. I just love them so much. I had a few clients who are allergic to wool, so these are a great alternative. So we're going to start off with that leg reaching long up to the ceiling. I'm going to reach the leg across, down and around. I'm going to hold onto those uprights to help me keep my shoulders nice and stable. Really stretching the leg long. And then back the other way. So exhale down and around. And I love this exercise because when you circumduct, you really work all the muscles throughout the thigh and that hip joint. Good. Let's make it a little bigger. I'm going to mobilize through the lumbar spine as well. So inhale, exhale, reach across, down and around. And reach. And back the other way, so reaching across and exhale down and around. Okay, let's do your other leg. So placing into the foot, stretching long up to the ceiling, across, down and around. So we can work with the hip laterally rotated, or you can work in parallel with the hip alignment. And back the other way. Keep the pelvis nice and steady. So it's a little bit of a core exercise at the same time. And let's go across the leg now. So it's more of a traditional leg circle where you're really rolling through the hip. So you can do these exercises as a mat work as well. They don't have to be on the Cadillac. and reverse reach and press. Okay, let's take both legs into the springs now, and we'll do a little bit of the adductor stretch. So we're just going to stretch out to the side and return. Now at the same time, I'm going to do a little half curl. So taking a breath, exhale, breathe in, scoop through center. So we're adding a little bit of abdominal work, stretching the knees. Now let's do a little beat. So beat, beat, and open. And beat, beat, and open. Beat, beat, and open. Beat, beat, and open. 2 more. And open. So I love adding in a little bit of abdominal work with the leg springs too. 1 last time. And open. Pressing the legs together, let's reach the legs down and up and lift. Really scoop through center. Leg circles. Inhale, exhale, down and around. Squeezing those thighs. Keep that half curl. And back the other way. So if you like what you're seeing, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please share to your friends and followers. Okay, now we're just going to grab a little ball for between your legs. So a little chi ball will do. We'll place your legs back into those springs. So I've got a Caddie and chair course coming up. So if you're interested in that course, please send me a message or call me. So we're going to start just by reaching your legs up. We're going to squeeze the ball. Inhale to release, exhale, squeeze. Really drawing the tummy in. So we're really working those adductors here. And you can work in turnout if you like, or parallel. Let's bend the knees now and stretch, squeeze the ball. Inhale to bend, exhale, stretch tummy in. Inhale. Two more. Okay, we're going to let that go. And we're now going to grab, I'm working with the longer springs, but I've pinned these springs up a little higher. And we're going to go behind your thigh because we've now shortened the lever of the leg. I like using the springs behind the thighs for people who've got knee issues because it's not going to pull on that joint in an unsupported way. So this is a great way to work. We're going to have the ball between your knees again. Take a breath, exhale, or between the knees, it was the ankles before. So squeeze and slowly release. Really draw the tummy in. And again, you can do the same exercise without the leg springs. They just give a little bit more support. 2 more. Let's have the hands behind the head. We're going to reach the legs down, curl up, squeeze the ball. So inhale, exhale, lower belly pulls in. Two more. Okay, let's let that go. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you like what you see. We're going to go to some sideline climbs now. So I'm using the spring up high, so it's pinned up high to make it a little stronger, and we'll go behind your thigh. So let's, you can stay up on the elbow actually. We're going to lift the top knee and down. Baby clams. Really lift through the waist. And lift. You can see my hair's falling out everywhere. Exhale. And then the oysters. So lift. You can take the legs back a little further in space. So we're really focusing on gluteus minimus and gluteus medius here. The smallest one and the medium-sized one. And also the adductors, because we're pulling down against the spring to press the legs together. 2 more. All right, what we're going to do next, we're going to take that leg out and we're going to go to your foot. So the spring's a bit lower when we're going from the foot. Keeping long, lift the leg up and press down and lift. And down. Really stretch the knee long. Two more. Keep lifted. Last time. Keep the leg lengthening, little circles. So we'll do high. Really squeeze those thighs. Keep the kneecap pulling up and back the other way. Keep it long. 2 more. Okay, now we're going to do some of the double leg lifts lying sideways. So what we're going to do here is you can hold onto the bar, swing the legs slightly forward. We're going to lift the legs up and down. Keep the legs lifted, little taps with the underneath leg. And floating down. Okay, we're going to come up onto your elbow next, and we'll do some of the side lifts here. So take a breath, we're going to lift the leg up and down. So really think of reaching long through the crown of the skull. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see, and please share with your friends and followers. You want to keep the leg up and circle around. Squeeze the thigh. And back the other way. Okay, now we're going to keep the leg into the spring. We're going to go onto some 4-point kneeling. So your head is reaching towards the bar and you're going to reach the leg up and back in space. So you're on a slight diagonal line. Really draw the tummy in. Keep the leg long, little circles. Keep the trunk as steady as you can. So it's a bit of a core exercise as well. Back the other way. Okay, let's take that leg out and we'll do the second side. So I'm just going to move you over this way for that second side. Otherwise you'll have my back to you. Okay, so we'll start off with the spring that is going to go behind your thigh. I might just close that window a little, just so the light's a little bit better. So it's not just blurring out at the back. Okay, so grab your strap, place it over your thigh. I'm going to squeeze the heels together and just lift the top knee and down. So we're working the deep rotators in the hip. So obturator internus, obturator externus, gemelli inferior and superior, the piriformis and the quadratus femoris, as we rotate the thigh in that hip joint. Now let's float the foot and knee up and down. And the great thing about having stronger thighs is you'll have more stability through the knee joint as well. And also your balance will improve too, as your legs are stronger and they'll be able to hold you up. So you'll just become more stable right through that pelvic girdle area as you strengthen those thighs. And it's great if you've got back issues as well to have nice strong legs. Okay, I'm going to let that go and we'll go to your foot now. So stretching the leg out nice and long, I'm going to float the leg up and press. Inhale, exhale, reach. Really lengthening that leg out nice and long. Keep the leg long, circles. And stretch the knee. Keep the shoulder supported. And back the other way. Press, reach. Okay, coming up onto the knee, and we're going to lift and down. Lift the hip up, pressing away from the shoulder. Keeping the leg lifted, circles, press, reaching long. That's it, and back the other way, and press. Okay, now we'll do a little bit of the hip extension. So your head's pointing towards the upright, so you're on a diagonal line so the leg is off the edge of the Caddie. Exhale, press. Really draw the tummy in. And circles, reach around. So you're aiming to keep steady through center. So you can do this as a mat exercise as well. Let's go back the other way. Thanks so much for joining. Okay, let's take that leg out of the spring. I think that's all the ones I wanted to do there. We're now going to do a little bit of the hamstring curls. So, I'm just going to place this here, and I might take you back to the other position for the next ones. So thanks so much for joining. Hey Carrie, nice to see you. Please give it a thumbs up if you like what you see. Please share with your friends and followers. Okay, so I'm just going to place you back here And we're going to go into some of the hip extension. So you're going to grab the strap and you're going to place it over the foot. So with that leg bent, you're going to just come away a little bit. You're going to bend and lift the thigh. So exhale, press, lift. Really working those hamstrings. So semitendinosus, semimembranosus, and biceps femoris. 2 more. It's quite a tough one, this one. Okay, let's do your other leg. So I'm just working with a long, light, a short, light spring. So I have a better range of movement. So taking a breath, exhale, press, lift. And lift, tummy draws in. Really toning the backs of those legs. 2 more. Okay, now we're going to let that go. And I'm going to do a little bit on the swing. So I just pulled this before, so I'll just take it down. So we'll do some bridging here with the legs into the swing. And we might also use a magic circle. I'm just going to grab my circle. So when I have your legs into the swing, with that leg on top of the circle. So you're going to roll up into the bridge. Oh, I'm a little shaky. And press 3 times. And rolling back down. And lengthen, peeling up. 3 presses. If you've got any questions or comments, please let me know. Rolling through. 3 little presses. 2, 3, and rolling back down. Okay, we'll change to your other leg. It's a bit awkward to get in by yourself, but you basically want to have that circle right. So you're going to press up and 3 presses. Toning the backs and the front of the thighs at the same time. Whoop, feels like it's going to let go. So peeling up and 3 presses. And rolling down. 1 last time, peeling up and 3 presses. 2, 3, and rolling back down. Okay, we're going to let that go. We'll do a little bit of the teaser with the push-through bar. So I'm just going to move over to that one. So the legs are lengthening out nice and long. And actually we're going to hold a little ball between your feet. So actually we'll start with the knees bent. So taking a breath, as you exhale, we're going to press up into the teaser, 3 little presses, 2, 3, and rolling down. This is great for your legs, really strengthens, and the core too. And 3, 2, 1, and rolling down. And lengthen. 1 last time, scoop, stretch, and 3, 2, 1, and rolling back down. Lengthen. Okay, coming back up. Now we're going to do a little bit with the push-through bar sprung from below. So, just going to put the safety chain on first. And I actually like to have my bar set just a little lower with this one because I feel like it's better for my range of movement. And I'm just going to use a little pillow that my mum made for me just to support my knees. See, very pretty. Let's have you facing away from the push through bar. And we'll have one foot up. We'll do some small range first. So little presses. And full range. So press all the way up. So you can do these same exercises as mat work too. Keep the shoulders supported, so take the spine back in space. Okay, now we're going to do it in a turn-out position. So think of that leg spiralling out. Little presses first in turn-out. And full range, stretch fully. Bend it in. Two more. Thanks so much for joining in, guys. If you like what you see, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And please share with your friends and followers. Okay, coming down, let's do the other leg. So small range at first, press. And then we'll do some of the full range. Press all the way up. Coming down, turn the leg out, small range. This is a burner. Stretch up and down. Really squeeze your thighs so you're stretching the leg out fully. Great for dancers, this one, to work on their arabesque. Keeping the shoulders square, but you're turning the leg out so the hip can rotate a little, lifting up towards the ceiling. Two more. Okay, bringing that down. We'll now do a little bit of the standing leg spring work. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab hold of a leg spring. Actually, I just want to release this spring just before we start. Just pop it out of the way. So standing up, we're going to place the spring behind one thigh. So you're stepping into it. And I'm going to bend the knee and you'll press the leg back. So you can work slightly turned out or parallel. And then we're going to go to the foot. So I'm going to go up to tiptoes on this one and press. In turn out. And now in parallel. Okay, and now let's do the second side. So we'll grab your the spring. We'll go behind the thigh at first, pressing back. So you can work slightly turned out if you like, or parallel. I feel like it gets more into the glutes in that lateral rotation. Up onto the toe, and let's press back in, turn out first. And parallel. Squeezing those thighs. And you can also work from the ankle joint too with that leg spring.